If you look at a list of the all-time top scorers in the Premier League, you'll immediately notice a pattern. It is a VIP section reserved for pure, dedicated strikers, players whose singular job is to put the ball in the back of the net. This chart shows the league's top historical scores, and sitting prominently among the greatest forwards in English football history is one massive exception: Frank Lampard, a central midfielder. By definition, a central midfielder is the engine of a team. Their job is to tackle, pass, and control the tempo of the game. If they chip in with a few goals a season, that's considered a nice bonus. Lampard scored 177 Premier League goals and eclipsed 200 total goals across all competitions during his time at Chelsea. How exactly does a player whose primary responsibility is controlling the middle of the pitch evolve into one of history's most lethal goalscorers? In the mid-90s at West Ham United, Lampard was certainly not viewed as a generational prodigy. He was a hard-working youth player, trying to break into the first team. His path was heavily scrutinized because of his family tree. His father was West Ham's assistant coach, and his uncle, Harry Redknapp, was the manager. This led to loud, persistent accusations of nepotism from the terraces. The backlash from his own club supporters was severe. During a match in 1997 where he broke his leg, Lampard was actively booed while being carried off the pitch on a stretcher, an experience so hostile he seriously considered quitting football altogether. This early friction at West Ham provided a catalyst for his development. Rather than retreating, he used the hostility to fuel a singular focus on training and efficiency, traits that would eventually become his professional trademark. To compile massive numbers, a player first needs to be on the pitch. Lampard's foundational advantage was his sheer physical availability. This timeline illustrates his record of 164 consecutive Premier League appearances. No injuries, no sick days, no rotation for rest. Peers and managers consistently noted his relentless training habits. He built a reputation for being the first person to arrive at the training ground in the morning and the last one to leave. That extreme endurance created a straightforward mathematical advantage. By simply logging more minutes on the pitch than any other midfielder of his era, he manufactured more opportunities to score. In the summer of 2001, he made an $11 million move across London to Chelsea. It was at Stamford Bridge where his game evolved. He developed a signature tactical weapon that would define his entire career: the late run into the penalty box. This tactical hue shows how his spatial intelligence worked. Instead of rushing forward with the strikers, Lampard would hold his position slightly deeper. Then he'd trigger his sprint, arriving in the penalty area at the exact millisecond the defenders were occupied by the forwards. Under the management of José Mourinho, this system hit its stride. Lampard's goals drove Chelsea to back-to-back Premier League titles in 2004 and 2005. His absolute apex arrived a few years later. During the 2009 to 2010 season, Lampard delivered an astonishing 27 goals across all competitions. By combining his spatial awareness with pinpoint finishing, he transformed into a Ballon d'Or runner-up and the most lethal attacking weapon in English football. Scoring dozens of goals is one thing, but Lampard's true value lay in his psychological resilience when the stakes were highest. In the 2008 Champions League semi-final against Liverpool, the match went into extra time. Just days after the sudden passing of his mother, Lampard stepped up and confidently scored a 98th-minute penalty to send Chelsea to the final. 4 years later, he captained a heavily underdog Chelsea side in the 2012 Champions League final against Bayern Munich, played inside Bayern's own stadium. After a grueling 120 minutes, the match went to a penalty shootout. Lampard successfully converted his spot kick, helping Chelsea secure the most prestigious trophy in club football. Mentally, he didn't differentiate between a routine league game and a European final. He treated the most high-stakes moments of his career with the same calculated execution he applied on the training ground. He eventually cemented his status in West London by surpassing Bobby Tambling's long-standing record, officially becoming Chelsea's all-time leading goalscorer. When his time at Chelsea finally came to an end, it was followed by an unexpected move to league rivals Manchester City. He played his final chapter in Major League Soccer with New York City FC, before eventually retiring from the pitch and transitioning into management. Frank Lampard proved that footballing excellence doesn't require flashy stepovers or blistering raw speed. His greatness was built on a reliable blueprint, supreme physical consistency, elite spatial awareness, and a relentless dedication to his craft. He left behind a scoring record that decoupled the role of the midfielder from its traditional defensive limits, establishing a new statistical standard for the position.